Welcome to Not Announcements with Dan and Laura.
Hi.
Hi. Today is Sunday, August 23rd, and we are so glad you are worshiping with us today.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. Now, I love silliness. I love doing all of the things that we have been doing week after week.
I know.
The props, the costumes.
Yes.
It's been great.
I hope they love it too.
Me too. Well, but today I think, we should do things a little bit differently.
Yeah, we want to slow down and help you better understand why we do Not Announcements and encourage you over the coming weeks and months. We've been doing Not Announcements for 3-4 months. We started back in April, I believe. And we started it with a couple purposes. First one was we were all stuck in our homes and we needed a way to get you information. And so we started doing announcements digitally.
Yeah, and the levity that it brought kind of gave us a new way to receive some information, right? And we were hoping that through that hilarity, that the information would stick. You'd write it in your calendar, be ready for what Emmanuel was doing and what we're doing and all about.
Yeah, but with everything being digital nowadays, it's easy for even Not Announcements, even how entertaining they are, for them to get lost in the midst of all the other digital stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but my email inbox is ridiculously full.
Yes, and it's easy to find the Chick-fil-A coupon, but not so much the email from church with announcements.
Yeah, and sometimes when things are packaged in a funny way, we think maybe we don't need to know it.
Yeah. And we want to encourage you that we need to remember as a church that we are loved, rescued, and given a purpose. It's really what Jesus has done for us. He's changed us, and he's given us a purpose to grow in him, to glorify him, and to share what he's done with us with the world around us.
Yeah, and in this time where things are really weird and everything has been different, we really want to be an intentional church, having purpose and reason behind the things that we do. So we wanted to talk with you about some intentionality, 3 things that we would like you to be doing with the things that we are not announcing each week.
Yeah, we want you to focus in on our non-announcements and the things that we say, even though it might be funny at times. And we want you to remember the things that we're encouraging you to do as a church. And hopefully, it will help you grow and impact the world around you.
Yeah, the second thing we want you to do is to be very intentional, there's that word again, about how you use your social media platforms. Now, Emmanuel has a Facebook platform, Instagram, we've got a website. You guys can receive text messages directly to your phones with information about what's coming, and we want you to be intentional about it. You can go to the Facebook page regularly, see encouragements from Pastor Duke and the other pastors. You can be a part of Pray 1201, and you can share that with your friends and family.
Share it with the world around you. Don't just stop there at liking the post or thinking about how it impacts you, but share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your coworkers, and let them know about our church and how they can grow too.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple because on the website you can find links to things like the virtual Sunshine VBS, or we have the One Purpose Weekend coming up. We'd love for you to share that with your friends and family, be intentional about that, and take the time to do it. The third and final thing that we want you to be intentional about is to use the resources that we at the church have and share it with those around you. Now, obviously, we've mentioned the digital resources that are in abundance right now, but we also have some physical resources that Pastor Duke even mentioned this last Sunday.
Yeah, you can get one of those tracts, which is 2 Ways to Live. It's a great opportunity for you to be able to share the hope of the gospel with your neighbor, with your coworker. Go outside, stand next to the fence, and look for an opportunity to interact with your neighbor. And you could share that with them.
Yeah, we want to be an intentional church, thinking about how we can encourage one another towards Christ growing through the knowledge of His Word and encouraging those around us with the hope of the gospel.
Yeah, and honestly, being intentional is way easier, I think, than it has been in a long time. I mean, because of everything being digital, all the technology that we have, something like our Vacation Bible School, which is lots of wonderful resources, videos for families and kids, all you have to do is get this link right here, ebcsunshine.com, type it into your phone and say, hey, would you like tons of resources for your family to do on the weekends? I've got the stuff for you. Just go to ebcsunshine.com and then you text that to your friends. Text that to your neighbors that have kids and let them know about what God is doing in your life.
Yeah, we just don't want this time in history, this unique time in history, to blow past when we have missed opportunities. We don't want to miss those opportunities as a church. So we want to encourage you today to be intentional.
Yeah, be intentional. Get on the website, share it with your friends, go on Facebook, let people know about what God is doing in your life, what God is doing in our church, and maybe God will use that as an opportunity to change the people around you. It's time for worship.
All right.
Yeah. And we want you to know that if you need any of the resources that we have to help you better plug into our worship service, those are all linked in the video below.
And maybe you're new around here and you have no idea what we've been talking about. Well, we'd love for you to fill out our connection card. This is just a great way for you to register your visit with us, and then somebody here at the church will contact you and fill you in on any information that you may need about our church.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And we also want you to remember that the best announcements are not announcements.
Bye.